Welcome back, 5 Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. Ready, locked and loaded with round number 3 between Inno and Fazzar. We have thus far seen a bit of a clean sweep. And if you're wondering why the early emergency end of the cast last time, well, real life got in the way, as per usual. Kids were crying, everything was going to hell in a handbasket, and I'm just now back, basically 1 week later. It's just the way family life works sometimes, but hey. Back to the game at hand. We've got ourselves a 2-0 up for Fazzar over Inno. Quite a clean series thus far. Game number 3 is going to be played on Malevolence. Not capitalized, interestingly enough. Suspicious. Right, we've seen the amazing Brens in game number 2. That was one of the OpenRA moments of all time. Okay, while the early game's on the way. Oh, faction picks. It is an allied mirror, but this time around we've got Germany for Fazzar and France for Inno. Doesn't really factor in all that much usually. Fazzar opening double ref as per usual. Inno is rushing a war factory. That is kind of unconventional, but on a large map like Benevolence, where the rush distance is just making rushes a non-factor, that kind of tracks. Okay, so something I wanted to tell everybody, a little anecdote again. Not really anecdote, just something that currently is happening at my school. We've had the biggest and largest academic cheating scandal in years, and I'm not even joking. This time around, I think I told that a couple casts ago that some people managed to cheat by means of having a little earpiece and being fed basically they're photoing the prompts from a spy cam, which is hidden in their sleeves, and then they have a little earpiece as well, and another live person. It's not even AI, it's just a live person sitting on the other end, basically ghostwriter, telling them what to write. And that is just absolutely crazy, and feeding them basically an entire text through an earpiece. And it's the exams that I'm holding out, the German Matura. So that is basically the SATs for the state language, which is a kind of a big deal. And they're paying hundreds of dollars per hour or per examination, that is, for those people to feed them those texts through the earpiece. It costs a fortune, but they're able to cheat their way through Matura. And now they found another way. We basically have this, I'm not technically versed well enough to understand the workings of it, but there is a program that's called NetFX. I think that is quite a universally used tool, which is supposed to provide security and safety by means of restricting students' accounts. Right, you have to log in with a student's account, and the student's account then is limited in that it can't access the internet, it doesn't have access to spell checking, and so on and so forth. Basically a limited account. And they somehow managed to breach that. NetFX is compromised in our school now. And we're basically all in emergency mode trying to figure out how the hell that could have happened. The only reason we managed to find out is because I was grading 3 texts, and they looked eerily similar. All had the same spelling mistakes, all had the same nonsense written over them. Basically, 2 out of 3 bullet points for the essay were completely bonked, but in a very specific way for 3 of the texts. And I was like, that's suspicious. And then I found out that one of the students has basically they all have their project folders, and one of the students had another student's text in his prompt folder still, and that is sketchy as hell. That is not supposed to happen because they're not supposed to be able to access the network, and as a result, everything's compromised, and we're in the middle of a huge crisis now. Emergency mode activated. Okay. Enough for that aside. I'll keep you posted and updated on how that's panning out. That was a really quiet early game, so a good time to talk about this. I think 2 or 3 rifle scouts died. Yeah, 5. Well, let's make it 5. Good ranger use from Inno, just shaving off a couple scouts here and there, but nothing crazy as Columnist just yet. Very, very stock standard play from Fazzar. Just look at this. The timing. As soon as the first MCV deploys, the second undeploys. It moves on forward. If you mess up the timing by even 1 frame, by the way, you get to lose all your build queue. And you must restart your buildings. Super annoying. But he managed to perfect that. Righty. Inno, however, has amassed quite the tank force. Oh, this is Fazzar going for the valuable minerals. He's going for the gem mines. He's used his engineer to patch the bridge. No, wait, you don't have to. That's not the map I'm thinking about. Alrighty, up to 700 in kills. That is 7 rifles. What about the army graph? Very even. This game is still dead even for the time being. A Radadome is coming online for Inno already. That is super early. I'm kind of 2 minds about this because he does have his econ set up, but he does not have access to the gem mine. So, this is being scouted. Inno's tank is doing a run by and he does see the ore refinery. So he knows he basically is a little under the clock. He needs to make something happen with his Radadome in the foreseeable future. Probably, he's going for an advanced power plant first. Probably going for helipads and trying to basically nuke the army. Ooh, nice little detachment, and this is forcing Fazzar to pull 3 harvesters off the line. Pretty good. Oh, the ore refinery is being taken under siege. Trying to crush the rocket soldier. It ain't happening, and there's the 2-prong. The MCV gets pushed back, and the comm center is the consolation prize. Well, come on, finish it at least. Finish the job. The ore refinery on the other side is untouched. This one is in the yellow, but still operational. So, just a little bit of mining time lost, nothing else. This is not yet an impactful push, but he hasn't lost anything either. So, Inno exerting some nice pressure, and he also has the helipads up now, but it hasn't resulted in anything. So, all that said and done, they should be even, except Fazzar is a little... Okay, both are a little broke. Fazzar on 7 harvesters, and crucially, that's a gem mine harvester. So, for the time being, it is going to net him a lot of money. Okay, those 2 tanks get intercepted so nicely. Melee artillery. Oh! Run! Oh, the rocket soldier is going to kill. Yep! Double kill on enemy rocket soldiers. That is kind of hilarious. Is that a bit of an overcommitment from Fazzar, from Inno? Just those 2 tanks. That allows Fazzar to get his army into position. And go for a counterpunch. Oh! This tank here, however, has managed to kill a harvester. Not too bad. Oh, there's 2 harvesters! Really good play from Inno thus far. Oh, and he snuck another tank in here as well. Fazzar is bleeding harvesters left, right, and center, but now the big push is about to commence. He has spotted it, moved back the MCV. Didn't lose anything just yet, because he hasn't started mining from this. And with the advantage of the artillery, there's only 2 artillery pieces, but that should be enough. Oh! Second war factory, though. It is only a second war factory. I don't like that he has sacked the helicopter. Line of sight advantage would be so huge. Good hits from the artilleries. Oh, let the shelling commence. This is going to be a hard shelling. However, the service depot going down just means that there is not going to be any... Ooh, another helicopter down as well. There's not going to be any production or any income here being mined or extracted for the foreseeable future. Another ore refinery down. Yikes! And Radadome is now up. The wall of pills coming online here as well. At least Inno should be able to retain most of his infrastructure. He has lost he's lost the service depot, so relegated to light tanks for the time being. And the run by from those 2 tanks has killed another harvester. Not yet enough to be worrying for Inno. Okay, Ortrak from Fazzar gets reassigned here. 5 and 6 harvesters respectively, but the econ is in the gutter for both. Yep, that is quite the plummet. Light tanks. On a map this large, it can actually be advantageous to go for light tank raids because they're just so fast. Do you really... this is a hard point. I would not want to engage into this. He does have artillery support and the Black Hawks, so it's not going to be that bad. Artilleries, by the way, should be targeting the ore refinery. That's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, being pulled back. And the artilleries are really nestled safely into the back. That is a really, really good position for Inno to fight in. Good concave. And the artillery shells are hitting onto the infantry blob so nicely. My goodness. They're being obliterated. Now is the front line sturdy enough? For the time being, it doesn't look like it. The tanks aren't connecting. There are just too many things in the way. Especially... Oh, counter artillery though. You must kill the ore trucks. Oh, such nice hits. And the Black Hawk from Inno is providing the line of sight that he needs. However, more infantry being rallied onto the south. And, oh, the mags are empty. The ammo bays are empty for Fazzar. Friendly fire. Oh no! Is he gonna take another stab at the service depot? He's pulling his entire army back for those 2 tanks. That is such a huge overcommitment. I really, really don't like what what Inno is doing here. That is a grave mistake, allowing Fazzar the opportunity to get back out on the map, to deploy his construction vehicle. Okay, this push has been stopped, however. The mining is pretty bad for Inno right now. 6 harvesters, but okay. No, don't pull your entire army like this. This is terrible. This accomplishes nothing. This just dislodges 1 tank. Oh, and also clogs up the bridge. Oh god. Now he has allowed him to... Oh, that's a nice raid. Didn't have that one on the radar. I mean, I literally had it on the radar, but not on my mental radar. So at the end of the day, okay, anti-airgun for Fazzar. Fazzar does not have that much infrastructure left either, but Inno is contained. And he's wasted so much time just killing this 1 tank. I feel like that was a big mistake. Oh, another raid though. And the rocket density here is crazy. This can just blast a harvester in 1 shot. Okay, again, the Black Hawk from Inno. I think he has spotted the anti-airgun. Yep, he has. Just pulling nicely out of range, bringing the artilleries into position, waiting patiently. That is just textbook play from Inno. Oh my goodness! The kill zone has been established. Oh, out comes the counter Black Hawk. But 3 artillery pieces still alive. He is being pressured into an engagement. Oh, intercept the artillery. This would be the big money. Don't go for the enemy. Don't chase the enemy. Oh, nice. Nice backstab with a Black Hawk. The black stab, if you want. And a base push to boot. So this is starting to look really, really good on this side for Inno. He also downed the helicopter. Yeah. This has been working out just nicely for him. He gets to establish himself here. The base is going to be dislodged in just a hot second. And the artilleries are making minced meat out of everything. Another Black Hawk being sacrificed, being fed in right here. Into the meat grinder. Yeah, I think Inno does have the army advantage now. Oh, by a landslide. Okay. This is starting to be a really competitive game. What about the raid on top that got somehow cleaned up? He's mining a lot from those gems, but they're about to expire. So, a little backstab, little detachment again. And the helicopters haven't spotted this. Makes me wonder, is it worth it to repair the bridge just to start harassing the harvesters, having a direct access? You can basically circumnavigate the con yard and the build radius. Wouldn't be too bad. And on the right-hand side, we've got ourselves a large-scale army. Oh! Another helicopter being fed in via bad rally point. Oh, that is a confusing as hell right at Frontier. Okay. He's trying to flank. Interesting. Needs to kill the artillery. Oh, beautiful shot. So at the end of the day, Fazzar is going to win this engagement, but not without some heavy losses. Oh, never mind. That was controlled fire. Controlled fire on the ground. RIP. For the time being, there is basically no armor in this army. Medium tank, if the medium tank goes first, he can just run through this base. On the other side, he's losing the... Oh, tech center! Okay, if he gets Tanya out, I think that would be a way of cleaning up the engagement. Yeah, Tanya is definitely on the way, as is a mobile radar jammer. I don't dislike this. Tanya needs to do a lot of heavy lifting, though. Okay, this is going to be a tall order. Maybe not the last stand, but... Oh, there she is. But definitely going to put in some numbers. Pow, pow, pow. Oh, she's being target fired. Uh-oh, that was bad. He needs to get her out ASAP. Artillery is being built from Inno frantically. Oh no! Oh, the tech center! If the tech center goes down, that is going to prove a problem. Oh no, not the helicopters. You must target fire. Alongside the radar jammer, he can still win this. You just need some... Yeah. Oh, radar jammer goes down though. Attack move. This is... Oh god. You must kill the rocket soldiers. Even if it's by virtue of crash landing. Yep. 2 tanks left alive in this. Whew, what a scary and competitive game. But the army somehow has evaporated. He must have taken a really bad trade up top, so let's see. Army graphs have equalized, and with that, Fazzar is again in a good position. Sniping the tech was crucial there. Another war factory being built, so we are again up to double war factory. Ooh, the harvester's being pulled off the line once more. Okay, leaving a couple of rockets here. I really like the idea of the medic. Against tanks, they don't have the greatest DPS, so all you really need here is a medic and rockets. Huh? Yeah, the medic can out-heal the DPS from the tanks any given day. And they just act as basically a sort of makeshift static D. Ooh, 4 helicopters now. Oh my goodness. Stop command being issued a bit too late from Inno. Gets to lose a lot of rockets in the process. Right hand side, the tank sledgehammer is once more coming down onto Inno, who right now doesn't have much. The army graphs have kind of rebounded, but definitely in the favor of Fazzar for now. And Fazzar, I think, has found the window. He has found the opening, and despite being behind pretty much all game, it is starting to look like he is going to take a victory here once more, because there is just nothing that can stop the push at the time being. Also, those 2 tanks. Those 2 tanks killing the harvesters is big. Another one going down. Harvester on the gem mine is dead as well. Oh, that was nice! A Chinook! Haven't seen Chinooks in ages. A Chinook rocket drop, that was one of my go-to favorite strategies. Man, Inno, I've gotta commend the man. Is he gonna get intercepted? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, rocket Chinook, a rock nook, that is a very, very good play. Obviously very risky because the Blackhawks, as soon as they catch a whiff of this, they're just gonna blast it. They're just gonna blast it as soon as it lands. 5 helicopters though. He doesn't even have a front line. He has rockets and helicopters. Such a squishy composition. Gets... Yeah, but here's the secondary army. And all of this gets basically hot counted by radar jammers, but really... Yeah, he doesn't have the resources, nor does he have the tech. Oh, Tanya's back, but that is a Tanya for Fazzar, I believe. Because Inno no longer has the tech required. He's also losing his secondary MCV. Should be able to hold here. Oh, the tank's connecting just barely. So doing a lot more damage than they should. And at the end of the day, this attack is being cleaned up, but at a heavy cost. At a premium. 1 more harvester down, and we've again... Ah, there's the tank front line. What about the Rock Nook? Hey, where's my Rock Nook? It's still waiting here. Didn't do much. Not yet, anyway. And he also hasn't double scouted. Man. The artillery's again with a good kill zone, but there is little armor to stop this now. Ah, some good hits, but really nothing to stop the tanks anymore from going haywire. Oh. Not like this. Right hand side. God, That's 7 nooks at the time being. More to come. That is the 3-0, but man, in game number 3, Inno made Fazzar fight for it. That was a really, really good game in a really otherwise one-sided series, but this game 3, Inno definitely sold his hide dearly. That was amazing to watch. As you can hear, by the way, Tom Waits is no longer in the house. This is again casts by 5 aces. So yeah, with that out of the way, we are going to be observing the rest of the playoffs with a keen eye. I'm hyped for what's about to come, and especially for the final series. Let's see who it's gonna match up against. Until then, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 aces. Out.
Battle control terminated.